Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys saw last week's video, we tested FiberFix, which claimed that it was 100 times stronger than duct tape, and we found that to not be the case. So in this week's video, we are going to test FiberFix tape, which only claims that it is 10 times stronger than duct tape. So if it performs like the FiberFix, then that's probably just another lie. But something I noticed right off the bat was that inside the roll, it comes with, you can see right here, it comes with a small razor blade. So I'm assuming that it's going to be pretty strong since they send a razor blade with it. So apparently you can't just rip it with your hands like you can duct tape. But we're going to test it and find out. So here we have our tape. You can see this razor blade right here. First, let's get that out of there. Okay. There we go. So you get like a little 1-inch razor blade. So right off the bat, it's very shiny, and it almost has like a carbon fiber type of look to it. You can see that. It's very, very sticky. I guess you really can't rip it. Maybe. Not even if you give it a little, not even if you cut it a little bit first. You have to cut it all the way through. Wow. This might actually be 10 times stronger than duct tape, unlike the original FiberFix. So what we're doing for the first test is going to be the same thing we did for the FiberFix. I just have two 2x4s that are both a foot long. And then I'm going to tape them together in the middle, and then I'll put them in between these two cinder blocks and put weights on the middle until they fail. And just like in the FiberFix video, we're going with 40 inches of the FiberFix tape and 40 inches of the duct tape. And I just have these two cinder blocks here to hold these in place while I put the tape on. Now let's get started. Alright guys, this is the same setup as before. We have both cinder blocks, and we have the 2x4 stretched across the middle. And I'm going to put this one brick right here in the center of the joint to keep all the pressure in the middle. And then I'm just going to keep loading up weights on it until it fails. And just like the first test, duct tape failed at about 45 pounds, and I'd say it's probably going to fail at about 45 pounds again. But let's get started. Alright, we're going to start off at 10 pounds. 20. Looks like about 30 pounds is when it fails. Just something to note with the duct tape, you can see that it kind of halfway ripped and halfway just slipped off the board. Maybe I didn't wrap it as good as I did the first time, or maybe I had the cinder blocks a little bit closer together on the first test. So that's probably why it failed at like 30 pounds instead of 45. But anyway, I have the FiberFix tape wrapped pretty much the same way on the boards, and cinder blocks will be at the same distance. So let's test that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the brick right here in the middle. And just a guess before we get started, I would say that it's probably not going to rip, and it's probably going to slip off the board before it rips. But whenever I was putting it on, I could tell that the FiberFix tape was definitely, I don't know if it was 10 times stickier, but it was definitely way stickier than duct tape. So it should hold better. 10 pounds. 20 pounds. 30 pounds. That's 40 pounds. £45. 50 pounds. Alright, so since we're at 50, never mind. I think that's going to be the failure point, 50 pounds. Let's see what happened here. And pretty much just like I suspected, it didn't rip, it just slipped off the board. But it still has, it's not gonna rip, it's just gonna slip off the board. But it did hold almost double what the duct tape did, so that is very impressive. I think this is really gonna perform really well in the next test because it's so thick and it doesn't rip. All right, for the second test, it is going to involve everyone's favorite, the crane scale. So, what my plan is that I have these wooden blocks that you've seen before, except for I just drilled a hole lengthwise, and I'm gonna put them like this, and then I'm gonna wrap 10 inches of tape around the wood blocks, and then use the crane scale and pull them apart and see how much weight it takes for them to fail. And the first up is going to be duct tape. All right, I have the duct tape all hooked up. Now let's see what it can hold. Not very impressive. 38 pounds. Well, the duct tape held 38 pounds, and I have 10 inches of the FiberFix tape on the blocks now. Let's see how much this can hold. All right, here we go. Well, that was 280 pounds, and the tape didn't fail, the block failed. Well, after that, I think it is safe to say, since it broke the block and held 280 pounds, I think it's safe to say that FiberFix tape is definitely at least 10 times stronger than duct tape, but we have one more test. If you guys saw my last video, then you'll remember this baseball bat that I cut in half and then put FiberFix on it and smashed the cinder block. Well, I'm going to do the exact same thing again, but with the FiberFix tape. Alright guys, I have the baseball bat wrapped with the FiberFix tape, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty confident. So it feels really sturdy, and I know the tape is strong. And I'm not going to be doing this test with the duct tape because if you saw the last video, whenever I hit the cinder block with the bat that was wrapped in duct tape, it broke off and then came back and hit me in the forearm, and it really, really hurt. And I really don't want to do that again. So hopefully this one doesn't do the same thing. Here we go. It just fell off. I only got one good hit, it fell off. Everything is still completely fine. Yeah, that's... Let me get another one. Alright, so I have another cinder block. Now let's smash this one and see if the bat still holds together again. Looks like it Yeah. Well, 3 good solid swings. That's not bad. Well, I think it's safe to say that the FiberFix tape does perform as advertised, if not a little bit better. I mean, we got 3 really strong hits out of this baseball bat against a cinder block. It held up over 280 pounds. I definitely believe that it is 10 times stronger than duct tape, if not a little bit more. And it's not only stronger than duct tape, it is a lot stickier than duct tape. So I would highly recommend this tape if you need a tape that is very strong and durable. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.